What up? How's it going? What the fuck is she supposed to do now? Let's go ahead and start this episode and find out, man. Yo.
Ow! A long, wild cry.
Yo.
She began to run, but...
This dude does a really good Chuck. What the
Is she gonna be okay?
She'll be fine, Jimmy.
How do you know?
Just listen. You'll see. And she stumbles over the bushes and roots.
Damn. That is... Like, she in shock like a motherfucker.
The firm could choose to buy me out for an amount that is almost certain to bankrupt it. I spent decades building this firm. I don't want to be the agent of its destruction. I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. And if you agree, I think we can settle all this right now with a simple handshake.
Would you all give us the room for a moment?
Fuck that handshake, Chuck.
17 years. 18 in July, actually. All those years, we built this place together. And all that time, I've supported you.
He did. He was supporting you like a motherfucker.
But you've let personal vendettas turn your focus away from what's best for HHM.
I don't think that's accurate.
And the moment that I mildly suggest, with empathy and concern, that maybe it's time for you to consider retirement.
Immediately.
The first instinct you have is to sue me?
The first one.
To sue the firm.
Him and Jimmy are brothers.
In what world is that anything but the deepest betrayal of everything we worked so hard to accomplish?
And Chuck don't even
In what world
understand.
is
Look
that
at his
anything but
face.
the deepest betrayal of our friendship.
Howard, I could argue that you're the one who betrayed me.
That's bullshit. Here, just take this.
How much is it?
$3 million. The firm can't afford this. Are you
From his own money.
shutting down, are you?
I would never endanger the firm. This is mostly from my personal funds and a few loans.
Damn.
You won.
I'm sorry to say, but our fearless leader, Charles McGill, will be leaving HHM, effective immediately. We will be forever grateful for his dedication.
Do you have anything you want to say?
Yeah, Chuck.
Let's give him a hand.
Yeah, just gracefully bow out, bitch. And Chuck got the nerve to be like mad at him. Like, nigga, look what you're doing to him. Look what you're doing to Hamlin. That man had to pay you out of his own pocket. He hooked you up and told you how you could go get some money and live out. Like, man, you not. Come on, dog. For him to be sitting here acting like he ain't washed is ridiculous. You wash.
You're not feeding me, Jimmy. There are lines we do not cross.
You ready for the airplane? just,
I was looking into our lease on the office. We'd definitely take a haircut if we broke it, but we are allowed to sublet. Might be our best option.
Are you sure about this? I mean, even with the sandpiper money?
I don't give a shit about the office. So can I start looking for a tenant?
Yeah. I crossed 3 lanes of traffic and I don't remember any of it.
Look, you were just doing what you thought you had to do because of me.
You didn't make me get in that car. That was all me. I'm an adult. I made a choice.
All I can say is I am gonna fix things.
You should be able to process everything overnight. I'd be here to see it gets done right.
Where's Papi?
Don Hector. Este es mi papá Manuel, papá. Don Hector Salamanca.
Relájate. Somos amigos. Por favor. Váyase de mi taller.
Mi papá, por favor. Don Hector es muy generoso. No seas irrespetuoso. Piensa en tía Rosa y las gemelas. La familia de mamá en Galeana. He's old-fashioned. He'll come around.
I don't trust him.
I don't trust him. Bitch, you the one who chose this spot.
You are so lucky. I used to drive that highway every weekend to visit my brother and his kids, and I saw an accident almost every single time. People die on that road all the time.
Goddamn, Francesca.
Actually, I talked with Colleen, and she said everyone's fine doing that meeting Monday, so we could still slide in, just under the deadline.
Whoa.
I'm gonna need you to cancel Gatwood and push everything else.
What? Everything?
Yeah, everything.
Okay.
She needed time off.
But first, could you give me a ride? Thanks for the meat.
And she says thank you for the steaks. She's so excited to fire up that grill. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, that must be crazy for him. You're like, what the fuck? And that's another thing. I just assumed when that whole thing with how it went down, we were going to hear the buzz. And
As you can see, I'm more than all right. I'm very well, in fact. I always told you I'd get better. You just never believed me.
This is great.
like, this should be a joyous
How did
occasion.
you
To
do
just
it?
so much
What
has
was it you
happened.
wanted? Beyond proof of life?
I wanted to say in hindsight, I could have made different choices. I have regrets.
Why?
Because you're my brother. There aren't that many of us McGills left, and I think we should stick together.
No. Why have regrets at all? What's the point? Why are you putting yourself through all this? You're just gonna keep hurting people?
That's not true.
Jimmy, this is what you do. And then there's this show of remorse.
It's not a show.
I know you don't think it's a show. I don't doubt your emotions are real. But what's the point of all the sad faces and the gnashing of teeth? If you're not going to change your behavior, and you won't,
I can
why not
change.
just skip the whole exercise? In the end, you're going to hurt everyone around you. You can't help it. So stop apologizing and accept it. Embrace it. Frankly, I'd have more respect for you if you did.
You're just an innocent victim.
Let me put your mind at ease, Jimmy. You don't have to make up with me. We don't have to understand each other. Things are fine the way they are. I don't want to hurt your feelings. But the truth is, you've never mattered all that much to me.
Don't make it seem like, yo, he just didn't matter. He mattered a lot. To the point where it was driving you insane. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. That's so interesting. Now his first thing is to turn on the light, grab his watch, and then take some pills, right? Like,
Gold comforter, green chair, brown journal.
he about to turn off all the electricity, ain't he? Yep.
You're still upset.
You gotta
must be
fix that.
excited about the
You
settlement,
fix that,
though.
Jimmy.
She showed her true colors. When it came to that settlement, we were the furthest things from her mind.
She came around. She just wanted to get back on our good side.
Well, I can't help but blame myself.
You were just trying to help.
No, I stuck my nose in where it didn't belong, and I stirred the pot.
Jimmy, you're a good friend.
She doesn't deserve you.
No, she doesn't.
God damn.
Yes, I have checked several times. The power meter is still turning. Well, I want you to send someone over to find it and disconnect it.
Oh no. What this motherfucker about to do? He taking out every damn light bulb?
Yes, hello. This is Charles McGill. I have a 3 o'clock with Dr. Cruz today. Yes, well, would you tell her that something's come up and I'm not able to come in today? No need to reschedule. I'll just see her next week.
He has this condition. Yeah. It's not just being a lawyer, but specifically that firm. He's not a part of it anymore. And it's not just that he's not a part of it. He's basically been told, yo, you're the reason things are going bad. So for him, it's like he has the whole situation with his brother. And then he lashed out at his brother in just a way fucked up way. So, you know, this is him dealing with it, with the condition he already has.
Eladio wanted me to speak with you face to face, so there's no misunderstanding. There will be only one route over the border for our product, the chicken trucks. There's no disrespect to you or your family.
What's he doing here?
The boss wants you to settle this.
The boss can suck me. You should be kissing my ass right now. Salamanca money, Salamanca blood, and you treat us like dogs.
Hector, this isn't personal.
It
Right?
is.
Boy, sound like a bitch.
Personal. Call 911. Stash the guns.
Hey, did y'all see Gus? Gus was like, not before I get my shit done. I'm dying because the look on his eyes is probably like of a concerned person in the business with him. But we all know it's like, no. I need these motherfuckers to survive so I can do my deeds.
My boss collapsed. I think he's having a heart attack.
No te muevas, caballero.
Don't die, you bastard. Not till I'm through with your ass. Let's go.
And was he taking any medications?
He took these.
Did Gus figure out that nacho? Yeah, he did. He damn sure did.
We could just watch To Kill a Mockingbird again. It was my favorite when I was a kid. I loved Atticus Finch.
All the girls were in love with Gregory Peck.
No, I wasn't in love with him. No, I wanted to be him.
Fight the good fight, change the world.
Yeah, didn't you?
That was more Chuck's thing.
Right? Like, did you forget that?
I am. I'm changing the world by helping a mid-sized local bank become a mid-sized regional bank. Yay me.
I try to make them like her again, the more they end up loving me instead. I'm not good at building shit. You know, I'm excellent at tearing it down. It's already cheese.
It's cheese on cheese. See? You know, sometimes you gotta play to your strengths.
Oh, shit.
What? What is it?
Mrs. Landry.
What?
You figured it out?
Yeah, but I really, really don't want to do it.
Mr. McGill?
Aaron Brill, you're just in time for chair yoga.
That chick.
I need to talk to you.
I had to practically drag the information out of her that you filled her head and all of her friends' heads with lies.
I never lied to anyone.
You drastically misrepresented the reality of the case.
So?
You took advantage of poor Mrs. Landry.
Do you have any idea how much time I had to put in listening to their insipid ramblings about their sciatica or which
Makes them hate him and like her.
Damn right they trust me.
You're disgusting.
And Rich. Hey, everyone. Apologies. That was probably more like 20 breaths instead of 10.
Hey, good job,
A
Jimmy.
lot of forward folding.
Come on, girls.
She'll go back on the settlement.
I imagine you'll hear from her within an hour or so. Well done in there.
I meant every word I said.
You know, thank you. If we ever get another office up, you'd be our first call.
Yeah. Okay. Good to know.
Hey, why'd you do that?
Because no seniors come within 20 feet of me ever again. It's pointless. They're smearing my name across a tri-state area, sending telegrams to everyone, far and near.
You never know. It's a good wall.
You think?
Yeah. We'll get another.
A better wall.
Oh. God damn, he. What the fuck? Dang. Got a breakdown. Oh no. Oh no. Is what I think about to happen. Oh no. Oh no. First, let me start by saying don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers. Shout out to all the subscribers. And have a Patreon with full-length early reactions to things like this. If you'd like to, check it out. I don't know how I feel about what just took place. Based off how he looked, he didn't look like in any way he would have kicked it, knocked it down, and then ran. I'm assuming this motherfucker's dead. Like, when we come back, that was the last episode of the season, he's out of here. There was a point early on in the episode where you see me, I'm like getting tight with him. And now I realize what was taking place. That's what he had latched on to. Because before that, it was either the electricity thing, and that runs his life, and that takes up all his time. I'm talking about mentally. But when he got rid of that, it was because he had latched back on to the lawyering. Howard is doing what he's supposed to do. Chuck is a liability. What came out about Chuck at a hearing, a board hearing. So this is a board thing. Comes out. Jimmy does what he does, where he throws Chuck under the bus. And who knew it would come to this? I just assumed, okay, he's going to go back to how it was before. And I didn't realize his brain was going to break. I did not realize that emotionally and mentally he was done. And that he was going to have a breakdown of this capacity. Like, I thought we had saw the worst of it. I could not suspect that it would end up here. Right? Even at the beginning of his breakdown, I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, he just checked his watch, got on the phone, and he called. And that was interesting looking back on it, because he's over here and he's found a way to deal with it. Even at night, when he's tossing and turning, having normal, just human emotion, the issue with his brother, the issue with his old law firm, and he cuts on the light, grabs his watch, and I'm like, oh, he's dealing with it. And he does the thing where he's like, brown this, green that, and he's writing in his book. And then he gets to a point, and looking back, this makes sense. It's like, what was the feeling or the emotion? I can't remember which one it was, and he had nothing to write. Looking back on it, it's like, oh shit, it's about to start again. But at the moment, I couldn't read that. All of that was a package. The pointing out things and keeping his mind off of it and writing down his feelings and stuff. So once he doesn't do that, that right there is the very beginning where it goes downhill. Because the next thing is he's just sitting in bed awake, trying to deal with it, and it's not working. And so he cuts off the breakers. And it's like, oh, okay. But even still, not that bad. And then he calls the electric company, and I'm like, okay, he's trying to deal with this. And in the middle of looking for stuff, what could be still allowing the meter to go, man checks his watch, makes a call to Miss Cruz, Dr. Cruz, and she goes, why did I just correct myself so over a fictional character? But he cancels. There's no coming back from that. But even still, I couldn't suspect this. And then he starts looking through the wall. Even then, I couldn't suspect it was going to get this bad. And he's just going and going. And then he knocks down that meter. And it's like, ah. And then when we come back to him, everything's outside of the house. The house is holy than a motherfucker. I'm holes everywhere. And man hasn't been asleep. He hasn't been eating. He had a mental breakdown. And he just starts kicking. And at first I'm like, what? And then it hits me like, oh, he just wants this to end. And that's fucked. Oh, God damn. And even going back to the point with his brother where he says, I've never like cared about you all that much. It's like, we knew that wasn't true. We knew that was him trying to deal with stuff. But, and of course he lashed out. Man, pretty much, even if he's not dead, he tried to commit suicide in such a horrible fashion. Like, he was real fucked up. Like, his mom was, did you see the look on his acting this season in particular, all throughout, but this season in particular, oh man. Like, just watching the buildup from him sleepless in the bed, you see this sort of bewilderment, and you see him going down the stairs, and it goes all the way to, I mean, he's a shell of himself. And as I said, I just watched the episode of The Sopranos where Tony was a shell of himself, but you deal with it in different ways. And this man already had mental issues that he was dealing with. Chuck, damn, that was crazy. I'm just like, I still don't know how I feel about it. I'm like, damn, wasn't expecting it to go all that way. Nacho, he got Salamanca the fuck up out of here. Salamanca is acting like a straight bitch. But yo, Gus is fucking hilarious. Gus run. Because knowing what we know, he wants to keep that motherfucker alive. No. You're going to pay for what you did to his boy that you clapped, right? Like, he going to make him pay. But to see him rush, everybody there assumes, oh, he's worried about Don Salamanca. Nah, this motherfucker just wants that motherfucker alive enough to where he could do something to him. But then he saw Nacho, and what I'm wondering is he thinking, I got to deal with Nacho so he don't kill this motherfucker? And that's what I'm wondering right now, because he knows he had something to do with it, because he sees the look on his face, and he saw him like give the pills, and right, so he puts it together. Gus has a mind like that. What Jimmy did, what I like about this show is you got stakes like Chuck, his mental issues, what took place, Gus and Hector, and then Don Eladio, and then you have Jimmy, right? Who the stakes are high for him because that was a lot of money. But look what happened to the chick, the old lady in the home, and we all knew the only way he could fix it was to tell him, but I never suspected that he was going to tell him. And then when he did it in the proper way, because them ladies, they were never going to forgive or think that Jimmy did it on his own. They're going to, oh, you're just trying to help her, right? So he did it in the right way. He had that chick. Oh, what was her name? I can't remember her name, but she came and she said, I meant everything that I said. He's like, I know. And once again, Jimmy knows. He's not ignorant of the situation. He knows he's doing horrible shit before he's about to do it, while he's doing it, and after he does it. And it just so happens that at this moment, he had someone staring him dead in the face who was suffering because of it. And, you know, based off of the other stakes that are going on, suffering seems like a strong word. But, yo, she was like, they had casted her out. And he felt sorry. So she's going to try to take back, the okay for the class action. Man. Oh, and this is another thing. Kim. Yo, Kim is sturdy than a motherfucker. I don't mean like physically. I just mean like her bearing. When I first, as I've said this before, when I first said it, I couldn't read her because she's such a different character than the other ones we've had. And even when she's happy, you hear it in her voice, but you don't really see it on her face, right? Like when she was just sitting there and she was just talking about To Kill a Mockingbird, right? She sounded enthusiastic about it, but she just needed to relax, man. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking, oh, just hell's gonna break loose, because I'm thinking through her. But that's not what it was. It's like, of course, normal human beings, when somebody almost dies in a car accident, you're not going to be like, oh, but what about my... Nah, they sent her stuff and wished her well. Hey, but do you have any lawyers, any law firm that can help me? And then she put them on to game. And what I do wonder, though, is she going to quit that type of law and go into something else? Because she said she wanted to help the world, and then she ended up doing what she was doing. You hear a lot of lawyers talk about this type of stuff. You see that like a lot, actually. But I wonder where she goes. Probably out of everybody, because she seems content. And her going at, they did a few moments like that where Jimmy, my man, was about to drive off, and in the middle of revving, he cuts off the car. He's like, all right, I gotta go talk to my brother. And then when Kim is looking at her calendar, seeing how much time she has for this meeting to still meet the day. She realized right in doing that time, she like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, let me just chill for a little bit. Yeah. And for her to question it even later, it's like, I feel like she's going to find another path. And that would make sense why she's not around during Breaking Bad. But Francesca, they were like, when we start something else, you'll be the first one to call. She's like, okay. Right? She was like, bye, Kim. And she bounced. Like, she gave Kim a hug and she bounced. Yeah, man. Hey, next season,